All right, hello. My name's Ian Grosso, and this is my final project for CSC 106. And it's a game of Flappy Birds, and I'm going to be explaining how the code works. So, first, you have the global variables. This is var numpipes. It controls the number of pipes present on the screen at any given time. This variable is current scene, which helps the game determine where it should be, i.e., what screen it's on. Still playing affects whether or not the game is active, and if it is false, then the game stops and game over happens. And current time is part of a two variable equation that makes the game's in-game timer work. Here are some empty arrays: x position and y position, which controls the x position of both hole and pipe and the y position of the hole, and drop speed, which affects the speed of the pipes. This is the pipe function, which just draws the pipe, the hole function, which makes the hole, the two bitmoji draw functions, which draw both bitmojis, the draw bird function, which just draws the bird. This function just assigns this dot x to equal x and this dot y to equal y to make the rest of it work. This is the code that draws it. This is the code that makes the bird rise when you press the spacebar. And this is the code that makes the bird fall. This is the player, who's a new red bird at 60x 200y. This is the cons button class. I shouldn't have to explain that, but yes, that's going to be pretty straightforward. This is the start button, which is, of course, used at the start to start the game. It's a little wonky sometimes, but it works most of the time. And as you can see, the on-click function puts still playing to true and current scene to 1. The mouse click function, if current scene equals 0, start.handle mouse click. So that just makes sure that the button works. So this creates the X position and Y positions of the pipes when they start, and this drop speed affects how fast they go across the screen. This splash screen is just what makes this title screen very straightforward. This game function controls just equals the current scene to be 1, and this game screen is what makes the actual game. And as you can see here, here's the second half of the timer code, which just makes the in-game timer. This is the background of the game. This draws the pipe at X position and the Y position. This puts the hole in between the two pipes. This is the pipes and holes X positions. This, of course, determines the drop speed. Pipe and hole X positions, yeah. If time reaches 10 seconds, the speed of the pipes will get faster. It increases drop speed by 0.005. It's a bit of a weird Goldilocks zone that we found, but it works. Is that tissue? And this just makes sure that when the pipe reaches this end of the screen, it will reappear back here, and also changes the placement of the hole in the pipe. This just makes the text black, and the timer, which is the game's in-game timer. This controls the player. So key code 32 is the spacebar. So when you press it, it makes the player hop, and if you're not pressing it, the player falls, and this just draws the player. This determines whether or not the player is touching one of the pipes. Very relatively straightforward. Basically, if their x is greater than the x position of the pipe, and it's less than the x position plus a very large number, and it's less than the y position plus a very large number, or if the player.y is greater than y position I plus 274. then current scene equals 2, which is the game over screen. And this is just drawing the game over screen. This is the draw function, which just writes if current scene equals 0, splash screen. If current scene equals 1, game screen. If current scene equals 2, game over. And here's just it in work. I'm not great at it. You can see it's slowly getting faster. Just makes it slowly get harder. Yeah, and that's the code. Right. And this is Angry Birds by me and Angel Ibanez. And that is the end of it. Thank you for watching.